Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Nalo, and today we're going to be talking about the very hot button topic in the community, which is what exactly happened to the market recently. Why did so many items decline in price? And we'll talk about something that may be a little sinister going on that could have caused a lot of these declines. We'll get into that after a word from our sponsor, Skins Monkey. Everyone knows the richest monkey is the one with the most bananas. If you want to get some bananas for yourself, check out the sponsor of this video, Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is the easiest way to trade out your dusty old skins for some bright and shiny new ones. Skins Monkey has a clean and easy to use UI, and using my code NALO will give you two different bonuses. First is a free $5, and the second is a deposit bonus. And even if you don't have any skins to trade, Skins Monkey also has you covered with daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways that you can enter completely for free. So make sure to check out Skins Monkey with the link below. So needless to say, this recent market event was pretty weird and kind of unexpected. The timing of it really didn't make a whole lot of sense. Some people, including me, said that these declines could partially be a result of CS2 just simply not being that good, therefore causing less interest in the game and the market, and causing people to sell their skins without buying new ones. And as a result, the market declines. Now, I do think this reasoning had a partial role in at least keeping prices down or allowing them the elasticity to decline. I don't really think it was the catalyst. Now, the reason I say that is because this market decline happened quite a while after CS2 had already released and been in the hands of players. We've actually had the game now for a pretty good amount of time, and there's already been plenty of updates. So to say that the game being disappointing was the sole catalyst for this decline, I think is a little bit wrong. However, I do think it at least played a small part. Now, on the topic of catalysts, a really interesting tweet here from Prolostus, who, by the way, you should check out on YouTube. He makes great content too. Anyway, Prolostus pointed out in a tweet that someone had actually listed 13 factory new dragon lores, all for the same price and all owned by the same person. To my knowledge, these listings happened right in the middle of when these declines were happening. Now, there's a few interesting things to touch on with this. First and foremost, it's important to realize that the dragon lore is sort of a staple crop of the CS market. When analyzing high tier performance, people kind of look at a few different skins. One of the main ones being the dragon lore, as it's one of the most iconic and most sought after high tier skins. So this mass listing of 13 dragon lores undercutting people and all for the same price definitely could have had an effect on people continuing to sell off. And this actually brings up my second point, which was also brought up in the replies of the tweets, which is that it's likely the reason these dragon lores were listed is to drive the price down and allow the original lister to buy more dragon lores for a lower price. Now, this is obviously a pretty manipulative practice, but honestly I can't hold him too much for it. It really does show that the market is a free market. If you control the supply, you control the price. Honestly, if anything, as long as this was actually his goal with the listings, it's actually kind of smart. But it begs the question, did this actually happen across the market? Was there like a secret society of super rich CS investors that were just selling off all of their items and making prices go lower? Well, the answer to that is maybe. We do have some evidence that could back this up. For example, a lot of people were pointing out that there was a lot of really random and very overdrawn undercutting going on. For example, if an item was worth 10,000 RMB, there were people actually undercutting that kind of a price by 500 RMB or even 1,000 RMB, which is really crazy and doesn't make a lot of sense. It's not very rational, and there would be buyers at a much higher price regardless. So it begs the question, are these listings actually legitimate, or were they some part of a big manipulation scheme? Now, unfortunately, it's impossible to answer that for sure, but based on the evidence and the posts that I was seeing over the course of this market decline, I think that argument does hold a lot of weight. I do think there was at least some price manipulation going on Buff, for example, that could be attributed as the catalyst of a lot of these declines. It's also important to note that these declines did not happen across the entire market. In fact, during this, there were some sectors of the market that actually increased in price. But generally speaking, a lot of really liquid skins, high tiers and mid tiers included, dropped pretty significantly in price. One in particular is the Prince Stream collection, which took a pretty major hit. And that honestly makes sort of a stronger argument that there was some manipulation going on here, mainly targeting liquid skins. We don't really know the exact perfect reasoning for this market decline. Again, it was very random timing and didn't really make a lot of sense. But my conclusion on this is that it was partially a targeted attack and also partially due to there just being low interest in the game, so there were a lot more sellers than there were buyers. I think this is a relatively fair conclusion to make here, especially because prices are already starting to rebound by pretty significant margins, which is pretty characteristic of manipulation attempts. I suppose you could refer to this strategy as being similar to shorting a market, but that's not entirely accurate for what's going on here. The purpose is kind of similar though. Anyway, I think this was an interesting topic, and I wanted to bring up a few different pieces of evidence that I'm not really seeing talked about too much, so hopefully this can contribute to getting a better picture of why this happens. Let me know what you think happened in the comments below. Now, to finalize this video, I wanted to talk about the potential future of the market. Now, as I explained longer in a tweet thread, I do believe the next major increase in the market will occur when a new content update comes out. Could be an operation, could be something else. I know that's a little bit more of a hot take because there is some historical evidence of operations causing older skins to decrease in price, but my albeit hot take on this is that since we've been so devoid of content, and since CS2 has actually decreased the amount of content that we had in the game from CSGO, any new content update, regardless of what it is, should cause a boom in players and therefore a boom in the market. Now that's obviously an oversimplification of my points, and you can read more about it on my Twitter, but for now that's going to conclude the video. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the discussion, be sure to leave a like on it. Helps me immensely and costs you absolutely nothing. Check out my Discord server and my Twitter with the links in the description below. I'll answer all your questions completely for free. And of course, be sure to check out Skins Monkey. Thanks guys, see you next time. Peace.